Okay, so things that make a Lotus a Lotus. Lightweight, high-revving petrol engine, but not necessarily high-powered, manual gearbox, rear-wheel drive, 2 doors, basic amount of equipment, basic amount of comfort. And here is the latest Lotus, the Emeya, and it has all of those things. Oh no, wait, hang on. No, not all. None of those things. Yes, the Emeya here is a 5-door fancy hatchback with an automatic gearbox, technically, adaptable air suspension, a big boot, a screen-laden interior including digital wing mirrors, augmented reality sat-nav, a cutting-edge stereo system. Oh, yes, and it's electric. Still, Lotus is properly bullish on the topic of whether or not this is an actual Lotus. They call it a Hyper GT and say that it has an unparalleled driver-car connection and has a uniquely Lotus driving experience. So let's find out what that actually means and whether or not it's true. It's a good start. Just look at the thing. Did a saloon ever look so aggressive? It's straight out of the supercar playbook, all low and wide and swoopy, with wide wheel arches and proper broad shoulders. The body looks low, emphasised by the contrasting black pillars and roof, and the bonnet sweeps down so that from the driver's seat it looks like it's pointing towards the road. It all looks like it's designed to be driven, with a big fat capital D. To that end, it has active aerodynamics. So when the grille is closed, it reduces drag, but it can open and draw in cool air, which will cool the brakes and the battery. It also has some proper cool F1 kit. So there's an active air dam at the base of the grille and an active diffuser at the rear. Combined, they help suck the car to the floor, which massively helps with handling and grip, which helps when you're giving it a big one, right? Same sort of thing at the back. So this is an active spoiler. Ordinarily it sits flush with the bodywork of the car, which makes the car more slippery and improves efficiency. But it can raise, which will improve downforce and helps push the car into the road. It also has porosity, apparently, which is a very fancy word for holes, or technically air vents. And they basically help the air travel smoothly across the car. There are 8 of them, to be exact. All this dynamic effort makes much more sense when you discover exactly what's powering the Emeya. It has 2 electric motors, one front, one back, which combined produce 905 horsepower and 985 newton-meters of torque, driving all 4 wheels. The 0 to 62 miles per hour time is just 2.78 seconds, making this one of the fastest cars on the planet. It has a twin-speed gearbox on the rear motor too, which helps with a 159 miles per hour top speed. Thankfully, the brakes are race grade, we're told, which means hopefully they'll have better pedal feel than the average electric car. So I think we can safely say that this is going to be an absolute riot to drive. But Lotus also reassures us that it's a proper, comfy, luxurious electric GT at the same time. One that can do long distances too, and they seem to have put just as much effort into that. The battery is massive, same as the one in the Lotus Electra SUV. That car has a 304-mile quoted range, so figure on 320 miles for this, as it's a much more aerodynamic car. Charging speed is rapid too, up to 350 kilowatts, which means, in theory, you can charge the battery from 10% to 80% in less than 20 minutes. It's even got a decent boot. It's a liftback, so even though the actual volume of the boot isn't the greatest, it's very easy to get stuff in and out of. Comfort should be exceptional, mainly because of the adaptive suspension, which reads the road 1,000 times a second to ensure limo-like ride quality. The seats are super soft Napa leather, shaped to gently keep you in place rather than clamping you in. Even the stereo is built for comfort. It's by Kef, an award-winning audio company that will charge you 180 grand for a pair of speakers. True story. Not only does that mean your K-pop will never sound so good, but the car also has sensors that detects external noise and vibration and active noise cancellation, which takes the noise away. So the car is then super quiet. So that, plus the silent electric motor, means this car is basically as quiet as your MySpace servers. Speaking of a space for friends, there is a surprising amount of that stuff back here. So it's 5 seats as standard, but as you see here, you can spec it for 4 individual seats, which is rather cool. Not only that, but the rear passengers have access to their very own screen, which does all sorts of cool things. So you have various controls and configurations of your own seats, plus you can reconfigure the front passenger seat. You also have access to the sound and the sound controls, climate controls, and rather excitingly, you can control the configuration of the sunroof shade. Look at that. And get unnecessarily carried away with the patterns that you create. But anyway, more importantly, where you actually want to be is up front. What an amazing cabin. It feels very futuristic, particularly with all these screens in here. I know that people say this a lot, but it actually feels like a concept car in here. Now, you might be concerned this 15-inch screen sucks for usability, but there's another screen behind the steering wheel that has all of the key driving data, like your speedo and your battery charge. The passenger also has their own screen, which has the date and time, and rather annoyingly, controls for the stereo. But let's go back to the main screen because it's proper interesting. Lotus has used the Unreal Engine to power it, which the gamers among you will know is a video game graphics software. So it's super responsive, has a unique interface and powers some very cool features. Like how the screen will render your car in real time, so when you open a window or turn the wheels, you'll see it on the screen. It's pointless really, but it's fun, right? Things that it does do that are useful though, is it processes the cameras that surround the car that give you a 360 view of the car without any blind spots. It also controls the 5.5-inch head-up display, which gives you sat-nav, real-time driving information and safety warnings. But aligned to all that futuristic stuff, it all just feels high quality in here. It's lovely. Driving position is low and sporty, as you'd expect from a Lotus, and as for this Alcantara steering wheel, it feels very nice. Prices aren't confirmed yet, but expect them to be similar to the Electra, which starts at around £90,000, rising to about £120,000. That puts it squarely in Porsche Taycan and Audi e-tron GT territory. We'll see the first ones hit the road in early 2024. If it can meet its opposing briefs in the same way that a Porsche Taycan does. So on one hand, it's a very cool sports car, and on the other hand, it's a luxurious comfort touring car, it could be an electric masterpiece. We'll let you know once we get behind the wheel of it, hopefully very soon. In the meantime, let us know what you think about it in the comments.